We have a E.H. Taylor straight rye, and we have a Penelope Rio just sitting on the shelf. Now, if you've been following my channel, you know that I buy something in every store that I go into, and guess what? Today's not the exception. But I'm walking away with three things. I'm walking away with three things that I have never tried before, and I'm excited because one of these bottles was on my list. Because I was looking for it at a pretty decent price, and guess what? I got one today. I never seen this before. I never seen a Goose Allen bottle cover like this. Man, this is so cool, so cool. Welcome back to A Little Old Fashioned. What I found out, Buster's has two stores. Yes, two stores here in Memphis, Tennessee. The first one I went in, my last video, you have to check it out because I got one of the bottles that I've been looking for that's on the top of my list, and I'm excited about that one. So I'm here at the second location here in Memphis. Now, I've never been in this store before, so let's go in together. Let's go in and let's see if we can find some good bottles, you know, at some great prices. But before we do that, check out the t-shirt. Check out the t-shirt, A Little Old Fashioned. Now, if you want to become part of the Little Old Fashioned team, all you have to do is click the link below. Let's go. I'm definitely excited to come into this Buster's because I had a great time at the other location. Again, I haven't been in this one before, so I have no idea where everything is located. But coming in the door, I see to my right, they do have some Old Forester. The Old Forester single barrel, and they have an Old Forester black label, which this single barrel is $104. The black label is going to be $79. And the best rye on the market. The best rye on the market is going to be this one right here. That's not a rye. This one is the rye. The Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye, sitting at 128 proof. The higher the proof, the better the bottle. But I tell you what, that Jack Daniel's rye, I think is the best rye out there on the market. But let's see where their bourbon is, because again, I've never been in this store. So you are going to find the bourbon the exact time that I find the bourbon. Looking around, and let's see. This is tequila and vodka, so I must have missed something. Let's see if it's up front. No, I don't think it's up front. Maybe, hold on. Let's try this one.
That's interesting.
Here goes some. We have some Woodford Reserve, Woodford Double Oak, and I guess this is the Woodford section, but it's not the bourbon section. Huh. Steady looking. I'm gonna find it because that is why I came to the store, to find bourbon. And here you go. I see some back here. We have a Special Reserve Blue Note. We have a E.H. Taylor straight rye, and we have a Penelope Rio just sitting on the shelf. When the last time you seen a Penelope Rio sitting on the shelf? It's been a minute. We have the Woodford Reserve, Double Oak, and the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Heritage, Heaven Hill Glaze Glass, the limited edition. We have an Angel's Envy, Buster's Store Pick, and we have a single barrel Buster's Store Pick for $59. But I know, okay, I see it. I see the Sazerac Rye Store Pick for $25. And there we go, right behind me at the back of the store. This is their bourbon section. Hopefully you can see that. Man, the setup here is nice. So what we are going to do is we are going to go around and we are going to start from one end to the other. I'm excited about this one. because I love coming into stores that I've never been into before. And this is their store pick section. Penelope store pick, Russell Reserve High West, Whistle Pig, Elijah Craig, Green River, Rebel. Man, they have a lot of store picks here also. And hopefully you can see these prices. Let me go up just a little bit because I don't want you to miss these prices here. Because that's why you're here at A Little Old Fashioned, so you can see the prices. And I want to make sure I give you exactly what you came here for. I don't have any Rebel cast strength on my shelf, not yet. And let me tell you, I tried this Ingram single barrel Buster store pick when I was at the last location, and you talking about a pretty decent bottle. Now, I like the rye better, and I know that's crazy coming from me, but I do like the rye better. And we have, I think, is going to be on my top 4 bottles at A Little Old Fashioned is going to be this Leaper's Fork single barrel cast strength. If you watch my last live stream, I love that bottle. I'm going to put it up against my top 4 that I have now just to see where it comes in at. But let's go down the regular bourbon now. They have a cigar room. They have a cigar room. I mean, I guess you got to get tapped in, but they do have one. But let's talk about what they have on the shelf. We have Old Glory for $59, the small batch. The single barrel, $74. Sweetens Cove. Again, eventually I'm going to dive into the Sweetens Cove. Baker 7. And Leaper's Fork. You really can't go wrong with Leaper's Fork, but if you're going to buy a bottle, buy the single barrel cast strength first. Spend a little bit of extra. That is a flavor bomb. You would not regret that. You will not. Below the Leaper's Fork, we have the Town Branch. I haven't seen this Town Branch overproof 4 barrel, 104 proof. Haven't seen that one. We have Chattanooga Whiskey. And below the Chattanooga Whiskey, we have Nelson Brothers. And if you ever in Nashville, Tennessee, stop by Nelson Brothers. They have a great tour there, and they will definitely let you taste all of the products. So make sure you have a designated driver. We have Blue Note. We here in Memphis, Tennessee. That Blue Note Honey Rye Cask for $62. That is a great bottle. It makes a great old fashioned. Matter of fact, I know some people who only wants their old fashions made with that Blue Note Honey Rye Cask. Right next door, we have the Huling Station for $39. Now, this red label Huling Station is a cherry bomb. Let me know in the comments below if you have this bottle. And if you don't have this Huling Station, pick it up. $39. I promise you, you won't go wrong with this one. I promise you that. The Old Dominic, the original toddy. And right next to the Old Dominic, we have Stellum, Rabbit Hole. Next to the Rabbit Hole, we have Houghton Young, batch number 1, aged 12 years, for $69. I think that might be the cheapest I've seen an age 12-year bottle of Houghton Young for $69. Right next door to that, we have the Amador. And below that, we have Gypsy and Traveler. Right next to the Traveler, we have the Heaven Hill, Old Scout, Contradiction, and some more Old Scout, which I haven't seen this Old Scout 7-year yet. Next to that, we have the 3-chord Backstage Series for $209. Now, I don't have this. I don't have too many people talk about this particular product. And the dark arts, though, I've tried the dark arts, and I haven't tried all of them yet, but the ones that I did try were pretty good. Below the dark arts, we have the Templeton Rye. Hopefully you can see those prices. And next to the Templeton Rye, we have the Yellowstone. And we have a Yellowstone 7-year, which this bottle, I seen it at the last Busters that we went into on the last video, but I don't know anything about this 7-year-old Yellowstone. But let's see what else we have, because we have a long way to go. We have the Isaac Bowman Brothers, and a Fortuna for $65. Old Elk. Next to the Old Elk, we have a Thomas and More. Hopefully you can see those prices. Let me come up just a little bit so you can see the prices on that Old Elk. Below the Thomas and More, we have First West, Happenstance, John Lee Hooker, don't know anything about that one, and Basil Hayden. Below the Basil Hayden, we have Wilderness Trail, High and Wicked, and Calumet. And next door to that, let's go up. We have the Knob Creek. We have some Castle and Key. I don't think I've seen that Castle and Key Rye. That's why I love coming to different liquor stores, because I have not seen that Castle and Key Rye for $59. We have the Burrow Seagrass, the Derby, and right next to that we have the Maker's Mark 7-year 5 months cash strength for $51. And this is going to be the Maker's Mark Chef. We have the Maker's Mark Private Selection, $74, 110 proof. Next to that, we have some Angel's Envy. Hopefully you can see those prices. And above the Elijah Craig, we have the New Riff. Some more Angel's Envy. And above the Angel's Envy, we have Four Roses. Now, I'm pretty sure the Four Roses has changed their bottles. No. This is a private selection, OBSF, OBSO, and OBSV. This is new. I never seen it. I never seen these. Never seen these. Above the Four Roses, we have Redwood Empire, and we have Peerless, which the High Rise 149. And next to the Peerless, we have Wyoming Whiskey. And we are still not finished. We have Smoke Wagon. Next to the Smoke Wagon, we have an Old Route number 8 and Augusta Buckner's 10-year for $155. The Buckner's is going to be 122.7 proof. Free ranch, uncut, farm strength, $84. And we have Old Soul. Below the Old Soul, we have Uncle Nearest. Again, hopefully Uncle Nearest get past all that stuff that they are going through. I don't know. They filed for bankruptcy, but by my understanding, the courts denied the bankruptcy. So we'll see. Ingram, I tell you, Ingram has some great stuff. I tasted the single barrel and the single barrel rye, and my favorite is going to be the single barrel rye for $64. Below that, we have Noah's Mill and Romans Creek. We have some Willet here. And next to the Willet up top, we have Jack Daniels. Let's see about the Jack Daniels. Hopefully you can see those prices. The Jack Daniels single barrel proof rye is $69. Very good price for that bottle. And below we have some more Jack Daniels. And we have the Jack Daniels Sweet Mash Straight Tennessee Whiskey. This one right here, which I heard great things about this bottle. And let's move on. We have Penelope. Let's move this ladder. Yeah, let's move this ladder. There we go. Let's start up top. Bardstown. And next to the Bardstown, we have Reservoir. Hopefully you can see those prices. I don't know if there's a glare or not, but below the Redemption, we have Penelope. And if you've been following my channel, you know that I am a Penelope fan. And the barrel strength, the toasted rye, and the Valencia, they don't have the toasted, which the toasted is my favorite, but they do have a lot of different bottles of Penelope. Elf Cancer, and they have the Penelope Rio sitting in the back. They have a couple of bottles back there. If you're looking for that Rio, they have it here at the Buster's location. Let's go. Man, I'm excited about this. Old Forester. You can't go wrong with Old Forester, but below the Old Forester, we have Green River. That Green River foolproof weeded bourbon was a good one. We just opened that one up on my live stream, and I was excited about it. And let's see what else we got. We have Lucky 7 up here. Next to the Lucky 7, we have Old Fourth. And next to the Old Fourth, we have Short Barrel. And below that, we have High West. A lot of people don't talk about High West. I need to open my cash strength. I need to do that on my next live stream. But I get too caught up in everything else and I forget about it. So let me know in the comments when I do my live stream and say, hey, A Little Old Fashioned, you said that you are going to open up that cash strength. Just remind me. Whistle Pig, and below the Whistle Pig, we have Tin Cup and the Old Granddad number 7 for $39. If you've been following my channel, you know I picked up that Old Granddad number 7 in Austin, Texas. And guess what? It's still in Austin, Texas. And here go that Mystique Smoked Malt again for $50. Man. Smoke Eye Hills. Smoke Eye Hill. Burr proof. Now, I've heard a lot about this one. I heard tons about this one. This is my first time ever seeing this bottle or these bottles here in my area, and I'm excited about it. I don't know which one should I get first because I should have did my research. You all told me the Smoke Eye is pretty good, but I forgot to ask which one. All of these are aged 5 years. Let's look at the proof. We have a barrel proof, 131. We have a 93 proof, and we have a 131.6 proof. This is a barrel proof also. So we have a rye, and then we have a bourbon. Which one? Both of these are $89. Man. We have the Dancing Panda, and you know how I feel about the Dancing Panda. The 10-year wasn't my favorite. It did not drink at a 10-year, and it didn't give me what I thought it would give me. Maybe the 8 or the 4 is better, I'm going to try them, but let me know what you think about that. Considering this is a new store that I've never been into, so let's see what kind of dark beer they have. And I'm going to take you with me. Looks like this is going to be their tasting section. And they have Bookers for $99. Anybody looking for cut water? They have cut water everywhere in this store. All different kinds of cut water. But look at their tasting section. Let's go around front because it seems like the bourbon is around front. And they have a bottle that you can taste of that Leaper's Fort single barrel cask strength. Hey, it's worth coming down here to try that bottle. You know, I always say try before you buy, and they have a bottle you can try, and they have a bottle of the Ingram rye. So come on down. And I tell you, if you ask me my opinion, which one should I try? Try the Ingram rye, try the Leaper's Fort single barrel cask strength, try the Leaper's Fort bourbon bottled and bond, and try some Old Dominic. And let me see what else they have back here. The Green River is good, and the 1792 back there is good. You don't want to get too loaded, but those are the bottles I would try probably first. But let's see what else they have here. Let's see what kind of dark beer they have and see if we can run into some more bourbon. And let's see. Looking for dark beer. And you know, if you've been following my channel, and hopefully you are, the Dragon's Milk is my favorite. Dragon's Milk Reserve coffee chocolate. Now, I've never seen that Dragon's Milk before. Man, and they have the Dragon's Milk Stout. So they do have dark beer here. I'm excited about this Buster's. I am. Honey Orange. I've never seen that one. Yeah, they do have tons of dark beer here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put this store on my list every time I come to Memphis, Tennessee. If you ever in Memphis, stop by here and tell them A Little Old Fashioned sent you. They do have tons and tons of beer here. Newcastle. I tell you what, Newcastle used to be my beer of choice, especially when I was just going out before I got into bourbon. And for some reason, Newcastle was very hard to find. This is probably the first store I've been into in over a year that they do have Newcastle. Check this out. I never seen this before. I never seen a Goose Island bottle cover like this. Man, this is so cool. Now, you know I love Goose Island. I can't drink a lot of them, but this is pretty cool. I've never seen this before. 2025. This is so cool. Man, the presentation just makes you want to buy this one. Double aged in 7-year-old bourbon barrels. Man, that is so cool. And right next door to it, we have this 2025 Cherry Jubilee Cask Finish Stout. Man, let me know in the comments below if you have tried this one. And they have another one right next door to it. Now, it's pretty pricey, $26, but a chocolate stout. Man, I've never seen this one either. Let me know, people. What do you think about the Goose Island? Especially this one. I love the presentation of this bottle. $41. Hey, is it worth it? One bottle, $41. I might have to try it. That is pretty cool. I'm leaving Buster's Liquor Store, their second location here in Memphis, Tennessee. And guess what? I'm excited. You know, I'm always excited when I leave a liquor store, but today was very, very special. Now, I had no idea what was in this store because it was my first time. But let me tell you, it's probably the best liquor store that I have ever been in. They have private rooms for tasting. They have a great selection. They have a great staff, and it's clean. It's clean. So if you ever here in Memphis, Tennessee, stop by Buster's, tell them A Little Old Fashioned sent you. I had a great time. I had a great time. Matter of fact, I think I've been in this store for about 2.5 hours. Have you ever been in a liquor store that long? Very impressive. But if you've been following my channel, you know that I walk away with something in every liquor store that I go into. And guess what? Today is not the exception. Today is not the exception, but I'm walking away with 3 things. Yeah, 3 things. And I'm excited about all 3 of these. The first bottle that I'm going to show you is a bottle that I've been having on my list. I've been having this bottle on my list for years. And I said to myself, if I can find it as close to MSRP as possible, I'm going to pick one up. And I did today. I did today. I got this bottle at MSRP. And let me tell you what it is. The Weller Single Barrel. Yep, I finally got me one. I finally got me a Weller Single Barrel, and I'm excited about it. So let me know in the comments below what you think about it. I'm excited about it. Let's go. The second thing that I'm going to take home with me is going to be something that I had no idea that was out. But it's going to be the Goose Island beer, 7-year-old Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond. This one right here. I love the packaging of this bottle. So let's open it up really quickly so I can show you what it looks like inside. This right here. Now, I probably should have bought a second bottle because I really want to try it. But I do not want to open this one up until I buy a second one. So I might just go back in there and buy another bottle. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried it and what you think about it. The third thing that I'm taking home with me is something that you probably know because I love a good dark beer, Dragon's Milk. But it's not the Dragon's Milk that you probably are thinking of right now. It's a Dragon's Milk coffee chocolate. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried it because I love dark beer and I'm excited about this one. For those who haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button because I'm asking for your support. But for those who have already subscribed, you know I appreciate your support. Until then, I will see you on my next hunt. Let's go.